What is up, guys? Matthew here and welcome back to the channel and our FIFA 21 career mode with the mighty Boro. As always, if you've enjoyed the series so far, then please hit the like button on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And there is a playlist on this channel with all of the previous uploads for you to check out. But today, the Premier League continues. We've got some tournament prize money for getting through to the next round of the FA Cup. So I'm going to assume that there's going to be the next round draw has been drew. We also had an offer for, as Jacob Murphy's wanting to start against Man United. I'll tell him that we'll think about that. A loan to buy offer come in for Gabriel Banks, our young left back who we brought in through the academy. If it was just a straight up loan, I would have sent him out definitely. But it was a loan to buy, and we don't want him leaving us at the end of the loan because he's a young player and a lot of potential, so we rejected that offer. Anyhow, back to the season at hand. So I'm assuming we've been drew then in the next round of the cup, and there it is. So we've got Swansea City at home in the next round. Swansea were in the Championship, so one of the better teams in the Championship, so that's going to be a tough game. So that means, well, this episode, the plan was Man United, Chelsea and Sheffield United. It's now changed. The schedule has been changed, ladies and gentlemen, and today we're going to have Man United, Chelsea, and then Swansea in the FA Cup. And I'm going to play the FA Cup because I definitely want an FA Cup run. I think that would be definitely something we can hopefully, an added incentive for us because, of course, fingers crossed, we'll have nothing to play for in terms of the Premier League towards the end of the season, and we'll be comfortably in mid-table as we are now. And we can focus on maybe the domestic trophy and have a decent cup run. But at the minute, it's the definition of a mid-table season. Before the last game, in fact, I think we won 7, drew 7, lost 7, scored 30, conceded 30. So following that win, I guess, that we had in the last episode, at the very end against West Ham, we're having a slightly above average season. But it is as mid-table can get, and for me, that's exactly where I want to be. So I'm happy with that. But Man United to come and Chelsea United currently in 5th, so they've dropped back a little bit. The top 4 have sort of took off a little bit compared to the rest, and then Chelsea, who had a tough season, but are starting to come back into it now after being in the relegation zone for much of the start of the season. Nevertheless, let's go to the team sheet for the game at home to Manchester United. So, as for the team that we have ahead of this one, let me just get Origi in there. I haven't actually got him in the starting 11 properly, or the first 18. So, the team we're going for against Manchester United then, Bettinelli in goal. We have had to make a change. This is always the worry, and this is why I brought in another centre-back. Hall's fitness is just not good enough. He can't play week in, week out as often as you'd want him to. So he's not even fully fit for this. So I've benched him. And in his place, I was going to put in Nathan Wood, but I thought it's a big opportunity and a huge day for young Jargo Makinen. So, big day for him. He's going up against some of the best players that there is. But it's experiences like this which will hopefully develop him as a young player. Spence and Coulson either side, of course, the rest of the team remains pretty much the same. Murphy wanted to start, we've granted him that wish. And he's on the left as opposed to Yannick Bolasie, who today has officially signed for us in real life, which is wonderful. Tavernier is also on the bench. We've got Origi on there as well. Hopefully he can come on and make an impact if needs be. And Fletcher. So, I mean, in terms of a bench, you can't get much better than that. So, that's the team. Obviously, recently we've had Manchester City come to the Riverside and lose. Hopefully their Manchester rivals will do exactly the same.
On Bruno Fernandes. Will he add to his total of 4 goals from his last 3? This is EA TV.
Bruno Fernandes. How did he mispronounce that so badly? Dear God.
Hello and welcome to the Riverside here in... And here's the...
So Man United and Griezmann at the Riverside today, but we've been giant killers of such recently. We've beaten Wolves, who are 4th, Liverpool, who are 3rd, I think. Man City, who were unbeaten at that time, and now it's the turn of Manchester United. Can we maybe take down another one of the big
Realising
boys?
that it might be opening up on the opposite flank. Maguire. Here is Fred. Jesse Lingard. Vardy.
Jamie Vardy looking
Position.
for Rashford, who looks for Vardy again.
Rashford.
Headed clear by Gibson. It's back to
It's now with
Rashford.
Van de Beek.
Van der Beek finds Brandon Williams in a load of
And
space.
pull back.
Marcus Rashford is in, and Rashford scores!
To give them the lead. They
Believe it or not, that's the first shot of the entire game. Pretty much. On 41 minutes.
Well, Derek, that tells you all you need to.
And Rashford squeezes the ball in at the near post.
Well, here's the replay. He's done really well to get his head up.
Yeah, Mackinnon was up with him there and couldn't quite get close enough to Rashford.
I think so. You can't keep getting beat at the near post like that.
Should Bettinelli be beaten there? Questionable. As, well, Rashford's now hugging thin air. But in a game where there's been literally nothing that's happened, the first real chance results in a goal, and it's gone to Manchester United.
So the match has restarted. 1-0 here.
Rashford down the left-hand side, showing
Plenty of
great
running
pace.
room in the wide position.
Mackinnon goes out to meet him.
Bruno Fernandes.
Fernandes with a little flick. Van der
Now
Beek.
Lingard.
Lingard. Fred with a shot.
Corner to United as they look to
Bettinelli with the save. Just to give you guys some context, that's the second shot of the game. Well, we've had one shot from range, which was off target. United have had one shot, which was their goal, and then that shot there. So 3 shots on goal in the entire game.
and taken short.
We've not had one on target yet.
Bruno Fernandes.
It's not been a classic. Fernandes.
And here's Fred.
Fred. Vardy.
His job defensively.
Lingard. Vardy again. Mackinnon's in the way. Here's Griezmann.
Fred.
Fred.
Ennis Bardi.
Bardi.
Managed to get in behind.
Fernandes.
Excellent
There's
defending,
Mackinnon again.
but the chance is still-
They're not done though as it comes to Rashford, and that is it. Game
And he's made it a
set and match
himself. The defender's just unable to
for Man United.
and he's having a field day.
Well, here it is, a striker's bread and butter, simple finish, but it's the position.
I don't think we've ever had a flatter performance than
Let's
this.
take another look at that goal, shall we?
We've literally not had a single shot on target. And we've not had a shot in the box either. I've never known us be just so flat and so wasteful, and yeah, we've literally not even been in United's box once.
Well, they've decided to make a change.
I can't see us scoring in a month of Sundays, never mind in the next 15 minutes.
So 2-0 now.
This has been terrible, really.
Paddy McNair.
Can we finally get something going in the attacking third? Hudson-Odoi.
To good effect.
He does find Danny Ings, and Danny Ings scores
To reduce the deficit.
from nothing.
That gets the pot boiling.
That's the first touch I think we've had in the Man United box all game. And it's resulted in a goal.
That's how to score goals. Get the ball.
And it was, well, De Gea will not want to watch this again. Ings scuffed it. Absolutely scuffed it.
Lovely goal.
And I don't know what De Gea's doing there. Ings doesn't catch it well at all. And, well, what is De Gea doing? Flapped at it. And, well, it took us 76 minutes to even turn up. Well, 80 minutes to turn up in this game. Because we've not even been in it up until this point. And yet we still have a possible glimmer
So there we have
of a
it.
point. It's 2-1. 10 minutes to go.
Only.
Here is Mackinnon.
Origi.
Good interchange between him and Saville. The corridor's opened up here for Danny Ings. Ooh, big block from Harry Maguire. Thought about squaring it back to Origi, and that was going in, I think. Huge block from the Man United captain. Could we steal something at the death here? Corner is in from Hudson-Odoi. He's not really challenged any of the defenders, and they could get away now with Rashford. 4 minutes added on. Ooh, Spence caught him late there. Referee gave them the advantage. And that might be it. Gibson with a good touch. Can't beat Bardi from it though, and it's opened up for Griezmann! Save from Bettinelli. That was an unbelievable save. As Spencer's yellow carded for that previous tackle. Yeah, just a desperate attempt to try and get the ball, as I think this will be the final act now as Fernandes strolls across to take this corner. And to be fair, we don't deserve a point from this. We've literally not been in the game until the last 10 minutes.
And a short corner, let's see.
You can't rock up with 10 minutes to go and expect to take something off Man United, who haven't been too good themselves. But, yeah, dare to forget this one. A really flat performance.
Taken short.
And they might even add to their lead as we're just conceding corner after corner. The referee might as well blow his whistle as we're in the 95th minute. No giant killing for us today. Fernandes whips it in. It's headed clear, and that is it. A really flat performance. One you want to forget in a hurry. We lose out to Man United by 2-1.
And that will hurt a little bit. I think the manager knows they weren't quite right today. They need to regroup and go again.
So a bit of a setback against Man United, but you know we've played and beat some of the big boys recently, so we can't win them all. But yeah, not a great performance overall. We will just forget about that one, but it just keeps us in mid-table really. So unbelievably, next up we've got another mid-table clash. It's not very often you say that when talking about Chelsea, but yeah, midweek game due to the cup. And we head to Stamford Bridge for what will be another difficult game. So no real change in the team for this game, as we need to remember to put Origi in the first 18. Back four is back to a bit of a stronger back four. Obviously, Makinende stepped in, did extremely well, I've got to say, against Man U as well. And his overall has gone up by 1 as well, which is good to see. But Hall is fit, so he will come in alongside Ben Gibson. Midfield will stay relatively the same, as does the central attacking midfielder. Hudson-Odoi's made this position his own, in the last month or so. He really has stepped up after a bit of a slow start, but his assists and his goals are really, really helping him. So he's a sort of a guaranteed starter on that right. On the left, though, it could be Tav, it could be Balassi, it could be Murphy. Tav's not started in a while, so I thought it'd be time to give him a go. And Ings keeps scoring. Origi's come in. Ings keeps scoring, so he's given us no reason whatsoever to drop him. So Origi's now on the bench. Fletcher's on there too. Not too happy about it, which is a shame. But you need options at this level, and we seem to have plenty on the bench. So yeah, now let's head to a team who I still can't believe are where they are in the league. They're below us in 12th, I think it is. Let's head to Stamford Bridge and play a slightly revived Chelsea. Nice big image or banner or whatever it is, a flag of Didier Drogba. He's a player I remember well from when I was younger. It makes me feel old, actually. A much different Chelsea team now, and a Chelsea team who shouldn't be where they are. Casemiro's just come in to midfield. He's cost them £90 million. Alongside Kante, they've got Costa, Douglas Costa, Angel Correa, Havertz, Werner. How are this team where they are in the league? It's crazy. And that's what makes me believe we have a chance when we play them.
The starting 11 for Middlesbrough. Oh, they've lost it.
Casemiro already being welcomed to the Premier League by Danny Ings there.
Losing possession.
As Kante does what he does best, and that's nick the ball in midfield. Werner to Havertz. Well, Havertz has dummied Gibbo in there and laid off Werner.
It looks promising.
Reece James back in. Werner's in. Good save from Bettinelli as Chelsea
And problem solved for now.
seem to be right up for this, putting pressure on early. Forcing a big save out of Marcus Bettinelli as they come again with Reece James.
Expectations, would you say?
Well, you have to look twice at the table to realise they're not in a Champions League place, and that's unthinkable.
Someone's got to come out to Kante here. Kai Havertz, Werner, Douglas Costa. Oh, Havertz is in so much space.
Spectacular save.
And that's another huge save by Bettinelli. I mean, he's kept us in this so far.
Well, to win the ball back.
Taverniers just gave them the ball straight back, but that's two huge saves.
Lost in the game against Manchester United. How do you see this test going, Lee?
Well, Chelsea look absolutely full of it here as McNair has to step in that time. Spence, though, picks out Hudson-Odoi against his former club, looking to make a point here. He's in acres of space, but he's got no one to pass to. And Casemiro has to come back on the cover. Just caught them out there with Hudson-Odoi in miles of space.
Spence.
Here's Jed Spence.
Paddy McNair.
Oh, McNair.
Timo Werner. Now Correa.
Werner and Correa with a nice 1-2. Havertz is in behind. Oh, what a good bit of football that is from Chelsea. Lovely football. And they've started the game extremely well. Passing it around really quickly. And Timo Werner gives them a well-deserved lead.
Well, here we see it again.
This ball in. It tempted us out with Bettinelli.
One touch, slick movement, and when he gets
that ball back in to Werner was a very good one.
A lovely finish.
And he has a tap in. And it's been coming. Chelsea have been really good since the start of the game.
They need to improve if they're going to get something out of this game, Derek.
And we're on the back foot now.
Ali with his finger on the pulse.
Well, we can't keep the ball. We cannot keep the ball from this incredibly energetic Chelsea team.
The referee spotted the
And now we've given away a free kick in a very good position.
Genuine menace.
Marcus Alonso, it's within his territory. Question is he going to fancy his chances? Is Casemiro going to fancy his chance? No, it is Marcus Alonso, and what a save! It's not out yet though, as Grant Hall was in the right place at the right time. Getting a bit of goal line technology here, even though it was nowhere near the goal line. I have no idea what that is. But
we might as well have another look.
A nice close-up of a great save from Bettinelli. That could be thumbnail material right there. But here they come again, Chelsea, looking for Timo Werner. It's headed down, it's not cleared though. Rudiger. Douglas Costa. Havertz in as Gibbo has to throw himself at that.
Werner and Havertz.
Kante to Havertz, who's been brilliant in that number 10 position. Douglas Costa through to Havertz again, who's made the same run he did earlier. This time, we've managed to block out the pass, and once again, Hudson-Odoi is left with so much space in behind Alonso, and he might as well take this all the way. Hudson-Odoi, he's got the pace to do it. He's at the post, but Danny Ings is there. And Danny Ings, who's on fire at the moment, is in the right place at the right time. It's a scruffy goal, but we'll take it.
Another look at this. He wasn't expecting the ball, but when it comes to him, he chooses early to volley it. What a finish.
Wanted to score Hudson-Odoi against his old club. Rattles the woodwork when we could have squared it, but Ings was in the right place. When you're away from home, you need to take your chances, and that's the first real chance we've had. As I mentioned before the game, Hudson-Odoi has proven to be an unbelievable weapon on the right, and a couple of times now we've got him in behind with a really early ball from Spence, and that time it paid off.
Casemiro. Costa with it.
Well in by Tav. Great defending.
Roberts.
McNair. Roberts. Here's Hudson-Odoi again. He's torturing Alonso.
Useful cross to
Looks for Ings.
Can they keep it out?
Punched by Mendy. No one there for us to pick it up, but that's it for our first half. Well, we've been defending for most of it. We've been on the back foot for pretty much all of it. Yet we go in level at 1-1.
To this new club, he's a team player.
Reece
sure
James,
settling quickly.
Werner.
Proper pro.
Good defending by Hall. Oh, what a clearance that is from Bettinelli. And an even better ball from George Saville. I said he might score. Hudson-Odoi's done it. Back to front in 2 passes. Hudson-Odoi has scored against his old club. And that is Route 1 if you've ever seen it. Saville, what a ball. Lumps it forward. And Hudson-Odoi is just, that's an assist and a goal for him now. Reminding Chelsea why they shouldn't have let him go. What a goal.
Well, I think the coach can feel the game slipping away here. He's showing his frustration on the sidelines.
I'd be frustrated as well if I was Frank Lampard, because we've sat deep. We've needed our keeper to pull us out of trouble a few times, but then when we've counter-attacked, we've looked dangerous, and, well, unbelievably, we lead at Stamford Bridge.
N'Golo Conte. Werner with it now.
Correa. James. Correa. Oh, nodded on from Havertz. What a goal!
A goal for Chelsea, who now are level.
That is clinical from Werner. Absolutely clinical. Him and Havertz are one hell of a dangerous duo.
Well, here's the replay, and
this little flick on from Havertz is brilliant. One touch, bang, it's in the bottom corner. Oh, I don't know what the commentator's saying there. No one is going to stop that. That is an incredible finish from Werner.
Well, the manager must be delighted with his
and
team
just as quickly as we've taken the lead, Chelsea are right back in it. And we're level once again at 2-2.
Now Casemiro.
Here's Pulisic, who's just come on for Douglas Costa. Can't be bad. Take off Douglas Costa, bring on Pulisic. Oh, look at this. Chelsea have had it again. And that was a huge block from Grant Hall. But here they go again. Hall's in there again with another huge block. As Chelsea are starting to really apply the pressure, and Kante will be booked for that, I think. It was under the same level of pressure as they did in the first half.
Definite yellow card for Kante, no doubt about it.
Yeah, stopped a potential counter-attack there. Clever, really, from Kante. Taking one for the team.
Hermoso. Now Casemiro. Rudiger.
Good ball out
Correa.
to Correa. Coulson does well, although Correa has managed to get the ball back in, and ooh,
The importance of that
you have nightmares about
can't be overstated.
moments like that in the box where a defender and a striker come together.
Referee allowing advantage to accrue to
And, oh well, we had an
And
advantage
Chelsea with
there.
the ball again.
Not long enough as we've now lost the ball.
Still pushing for what could be a winner.
Pulisic.
Oh,
He's just ran and ran and ran. Werner, what a save! But he's got the
and
rebound.
he's only gone and made it a hat-trick.
And Timo Werner
The mood, he's absolutely
has a hat-trick.
what a performance.
I feel for Bettinelli, I really do. But I mean, Pulisic ran and ran and ran. And it was a good save as well.
Big mistake.
What a good save, and it's just one of them things. Werner, everything's went for him today, and that's a hat-trick.
Being a manager at times, none more so than now.
We've come from behind, and now Chelsea have done the same. And we need to try and get back into this game now with less than 10 minutes to go.
This is very rare indeed. 3 substitutes coming on at the same time.
Spence. Here is Roberts. Turns Rudiger like he's not even there. Saville has got a lot of space in the middle. Saville wary enough to turn and find Yannick Bolasie, who equalises. It's not game over. Chelsea players drop to their knees. And the super sub, Yannick Bolasie, looks like he's stole a point for us here to take back to the northeast.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a great
It's just
ball
this
to
touch
put
from
it through.
Saville.
And sometimes with all the
Could
time
see Bolasie coming.
your lines, but he
Decided to turn back in the inside, and
keeper beautifully.
well, what a finish from Yannick. That is the competition for that left wing spot
Well, he's furious, and why not? They've thrown this lead away.
is tough. And Yannick has definitely made a claim for it there. Come on, off the bench. And looks like he might have got a point for us to take back
Level again here.
to the Riverside. It's 3-3. What a game this has been. Of course, there could still
Correa
quite easily be a twist yet in this one.
with Hakim Ziyech.
Ziyech,
And a goal at this stage could be decisive.
do not count Chelsea out yet. Correa,
And played towards the
good ball, dangerous ball, and
And a chance it is for Chelsea.
oh, Grant Hall sliced it clear. Maybe we should have brought Bettinelli out there, but don't like doing that on this game. So with a minute to go, Chelsea have a corner, which we have to defend. They've got pretty much everyone forward.
Played into the centre.
They're looking for Tammy Abraham, who heads it down.
His opponent in the nick of
Blocked
time.
by Coulson. Cleared away,
The final
and
whistle
that
and a story
is it.
parity. Even Steven between the
A
two
6-goal
sides.
thriller
Wonder what you made of Chelsea
here at Stamford Bridge.
particularly.
Werner with a
When you
hat-trick.
turn wins into draws, you have to ask
And
questions
we've
about
just
your team.
kept
That's
battling
exactly
away.
what the coach will be doing later.
Come from behind,
They will
took
look
the
at
lead,
this
went
and hope
behind
this
again.
result doesn't cost them later on in the season.
And eventually got back into it at the very end and took away a point, which I think we deserved. We worked hard, battled hard for that.
Now Correa
What a game, 3-3.
and Kai Havertz.
So, a big point at Chelsea, and that is the final home game, the final league game of the episode. Fletcher's not happy. He's still in the squad. Don't worry, Ashley. This is the thing when you've got 3 top strikers. And Coulson is delighted with the first team chances, and I'm proud of him because he's really come on leaps and bounds. He's an incredible player. So, that is the last of our 2 Premier League games in this episode. So let's just take a quick look to see where that draw puts us. It keeps Chelsea behind us. They wouldn't have actually got ahead of us anyway, regardless. And look at that, we're back to mid-table mediocrity. 8 wins, 8 draws, 8 defeats. Just how we like it here at the Boro. 3 points clear of 11th with quite a big swing of goal difference. And 4 points off of Newcastle, who are above us. So we are literally in mid-table on our own. That's that. But anyway, like I said, we want to make a cup run of the FA Cup, so it's important that we get through to the next round. Plus, I actually forgot. Do we have a domestic? We do. Oh, that's just to reach. So we've already done it. We've already ticked off our FA Cup domestic priority or domestic objective, which is good to know. But I do fancy a cup run in this competition, and home at Swansea is definitely a chance for us to get into the next round. So we're still going with a strong team regardless for this one, and we are sticking with a lot of our first team as Swansea are a team we cannot take lightly. Bettinelli will be in goal then for this one. The only difference in defence is the two centre-backs, as always. Struggling for fitness. Gibson is not 100%. In fact, he's far from. And Grant Hall isn't very close either. So Johnny Howson will step in as centre-back as he does. And Mackinnon will get another chance to start the game for us in the back four. Morsey comes in for McNair. Roberts isn't 100% fit, so Tav will move into the centre of midfield. Hudson-Odoi will keep his place. Bolassi's earned a start, and it is a first start for Middlesbrough for Divock Origi. A chance for him to come in and show us what he can do here in the Cup. I'm excited to see what he's all about. So here we go then. Time to try and get through to the next round of the Cup.
Side. Grimes. And Cullen on the ball.
Here's Bidwell. I remember Swansea being quite a tough team to beat when we were in the Championship. I can't even remember if we did beat them, to be honest. I always remember them being a very hard team to play against. Connor Roberts on the right here. Former Boro man, in fact, for a brief spell.
Oh, stylish ball. What can they do now?
There they are on the edge of the area. Good ball in! And that is what I'm saying about Swansea. Bright start, good passing, good goal. And Hall was put in a position where he either had to commit or try and stick with the runner. In the end, didn't do neither. Here, that's where we were in a bit of a sticky situation. In fact, not Hall, Howson, sorry. And, well, it took Swansea no real effort at all to carve through our defence. Lee Jae-sung with the first goal of the game, and
on they go again. Will there be a quick response from Boro? There needs to be.
If we want to keep our cup run alive, we're going to have to sort ourselves out.
Now Saville. Well, he played that one really well.
What a ball out that is to Bidwell.
Will he play it in?
Spence doing well to stick with him. Grimes. Good ball in again. They're finding runners in the box free.
He should be doing a lot better than that.
Again, a late midfield run into the box. Not picked up, and should do better from there, really.
Howson.
Origi. Plays in. Tav, who can't quite find Hudson-Odoi. Here is Origi. Here is Tav, who's in behind. Marcus Tavernier makes it one each. Good finish. And Origi with his first assist in a Boro shirt as well. I think Saville nicked the ball in midfield. And it was a good ball and a very good finish, in fact. Powerful, low, below the keeper. Maybe the keeper should have got a hand on it, to be honest, but yeah, nice dipping, powerful shot by Tav in the bottom corner.
Well, you can see how happy the manager
We're back in it.
They've shown real grit to get back into this.
Still on level terms, moving the ball nicely. Grimes.
Here's Grimes as Swansea looking to play in and around the edge of the area again, but Mackinnon was aware of it this time. Tav spots the run of Balassi, who's free on the left-hand side. Origi's in the middle here. Divock Origi makes it his first Boro goal. And it's a diving header from a Balassi cross. And Origi is off the mark. We wanted to see what he could do. And he's been involved in both of our goals.
Well, we can see it again here. What a lovely inviting cross into the danger area.
Great ball from Balassi. What a header that is as well. Didn't just get it on target, put it in the corner.
Point in terms of the goal that was scored.
Premier League quality is starting to just show through a little bit.
He knows the importance of that goal. He also knows that you're at your most vulnerable just after you've scored.
2-1. And we're back in front. Well, back in front. We are in front.
Well, 2-1 it is here.
Middlesbrough goal! Number 10, Divock Origi.
Lee Jae-sung. And it's with Andre Ayew.
Ayew.
Couldn't hang on to it.
Good strong tackle from Johnny Howson there.
Good looking pass.
And Coulson has spotted the run of Balassi. And Origi's in behind again. Here he is again. Origi! It's the side netting that time.
And it was close.
Well, it's all about timing.
On the volley. Just needed it to creep in that near post.
Well, Derek is trying to make himself.
Could have been 3.
Very difficult to hear the coach from the sidelines. It's still very tight this game.
Grimes. Still behind, but the pressure mounting. Dangerous looking attack.
Bidwell on the left again. They've
Lee Jae-sung.
really tried to utilise this left-hand side all game, but Morsey gets the better of them this time. And here we go again. We look so dangerous every time we're going forward. And we're just cutting Swansea open time and time again. Yannick Balassi is in and forces a good save from the goalkeeper. Oh, they've gave it straight back. Spence. Origi. Oh, just can't get a yard in front of the defenders. But for all of Swansea and how good they look going forward. And that's a free kick. They're wide open at the back.
Lee Jae-sung. Grimes. Well, you can sense the threat is there. George Byers. And Cullen on the ball.
Cullen playing in tight space here, Swansea, in and around the Boro box.
Can he find the net?
Early effort there, blocked by Mackinnon. Back in again. As Lee has a little shot at the near post.
Wow, it's a shocker. He should be doing a lot better than that.
Well, look, there was bodies all over the place. Don't think he could see the goal. Didn't catch that one right. Trying to hold off Spence, which he does successfully. This is the sort of positions where Swansea are really dangerous when they're just playing patiently in and around the area, but then they can overplay it just like that. Spence nicks the ball. Hudson-Odoi now. Origi. And look at Yannick Balassi. He's got the freedom of Teesside on the left-hand side. And that is why you have to defend our wingers. Balassi was in his own postcode pretty much on the left. And he scores another goal and continues his good form.
The ball over the top is an absolute beauty, and he chooses to use power in the finish.
Slot to finish it though, and he did just that. Origi with another assist. And there was always still a danger of Swansea at 2-1. 3-1 makes our life a little bit easier.
Liam Cullen.
Well, there's still plenty of time for Swansea to get back into the game. 20 minutes still to go.
Right moment for that final pass.
A quick fire goal here would put the game right back
And they'll get ready for the throw in.
within their grasp. Origi getting a standing ovation in front of his new home supporters, having been involved in all 3 of today's goals. He's given me a good headache in terms of him or Danny Ings. Oh, well, that's a bit of a reminder there. Bettinelli with a fantastic save as Lee let one rip through Morsey's legs. And that's a really good save.
And only 2 minutes remaining here.
2 minutes left. Can Swansea give us a bit of a nervy finale? That cross was dealt with and headed clear.
And taken away.
And they give it straight back to Spence. Hoofed it out of the play there.
And the cross is very much on. It's opening up for them.
Cross comes in and look at the space for Asoro. And what a goal that is. It was actually Ayew, not Asoro. And that's the quality of Andre Ayew with a fantastic finish.
Well, as we see again, that's how to score.
And I mean, look how free he was in the box.
But having said that, the amount of time
He should not be allowed the time to chest that down and then volley it into the corner. Don't get me wrong, it's a great finish. But how is a player as good as him allowed that much space in the box?
Will be frustrated, no doubt about it. Still in the lead, though, not all doom and gloom.
Luckily, I think that goal might have come just a little bit too late for Swansea.
Well, neutrals are getting their money's worth.
10 minutes earlier,
In this match.
and I think we'd have been in for a bit of a nervy one.
We have entered the final minutes.
But we are minutes away. We've got literally the last remnants of stoppage time. And we're not going to risk losing the ball at all. We'll just play it around as we are now into the 95th minute. And the whistle should be getting blew any minute now by the referee. And that is our place in the next round. Guaranteed.
Well, you have to say it was a good performance.
But it wasn't easy.
Today, Derek.
And it was
They
a
were
good
certainly
test
tested at
that
times.
Swansea gave us
They've come
today.
through that and will have to fancy their chances in the next round.
So there we go then. Successfully into the next round of the FA Cup. And it'll be interesting to see who it is we eventually are drawn against in the 5th round. In fact, the 5th round might be between the Sheffield United and Crystal Palace game. I doubt it'll be that soon. This might be an international break. It might be somewhere around this mark. Around here, perhaps. We'll have to wait and see. But that is it for another episode of our FIFA 21 career mode. We've had a win, a draw, and a defeat. But we still remain comfortable in the league, having gotten 2 very difficult games against Man United and Chelsea out the way. And then we overcame a tough test in the Cup. Next up, we will be at home to Sheffield United, who battered us 5-0 earlier in the career mode, so we cannot take that for granted, before facing Crystal Palace. And then we're at home to Tottenham. And I believe they will be 3 uninterrupted games, depending on when the Cup is drew. But that is it for today's video. If you've enjoyed it, as always, hit the like button. Do subscribe to this channel for much more FIFA 21 career mode to come, as we are getting a little bit closer to the end of our first season in the Premier League. We're almost at the end of January now. But yeah, if you've enjoyed it, like I say, hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to as well. And I will see you